Hey yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the ultimate guide on how to purchase items from stores such as Taobao, Weidian, or Yupoo. Now the first thing that you're going to need to purchase these items is an agent. Now there's many types of agents out there such as Superbuy, Sugar Goo, and WeGoBuy. But for the case of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to purchase from Sugar Goo. I personally recommend Sugar Goos because in the past I have ordered big hauls from them and haven't really had a big problem with them. Now all agents have their pros and cons and also different prices for shipping. That is up to you to decide on which agent to use, but like I said, I will be using Sugar Goo for this video. Alright guys, now I'm in the Sugar Goo homepage. The first thing that you're going to want to do once you're here is actually make an account with them. Now if you see on this top bar up here, it says sign up or sign in. If you don't have an account yet, you click sign up, but if you already have one like me, then you click sign in. Now in this page, of course, you want to have to put in your username and password. On this bottom over here, you're just going to have to put in this CAPTCHA to confirm that you're not a bot. Alright, so once you make your account or you sign in, this is the page that you're going to be prompted to. Now once you want to start purchasing some items, the next step is just to press the Sugar Goo icon on the top left, and then after it will prompt you to the Sugar Goo home screen. Alright, so as you guys can see, I am now signed in because on the top it says my name here and it says to log out instead of sign up. So that pretty much covers making an account with an agent. It's pretty simple. You guys are going to be using this agent to purchase items from the stores such as Taobao, Weidian, or Yupoo. Now once the items arrive at the agent's warehouse, such as the Sugar Goo warehouse, you're then going to be checking the QC pics that they send you and confirming whether you want to either ship it to your home address or if you want to ship it back to the original seller and get a full refund. Alright, so now you made your agent account. Now the next step is to find what items, clothes, or shoes that you would want to purchase from these stores. Now if you already have an item in mind and you have the link for it, then that's perfect. But if not, what I would recommend is going onto the subreddit r/fashion reps. Now once you're on the subreddit, you can go ahead and find any type of clothes, shoes, or items that you would like to purchase. I do really recommend this subreddit because it's filled with a lot of active people. Also, this subreddit contains a very large catalog of different items to purchase. And another thing that this subreddit is really good for is checking the items and the QC pictures before you could purchase them, just so you can get a rough idea of what you're gonna buy and also what other people think of the actual items. Now I think this is really good just in case if you're not really confident of what you're gonna buy, or if they're gonna scam you, or if you think they have any defects. This is a really good way to just double check to make sure that you're getting what you want. Another really good way of searching items in this subreddit is to actually use the search bar to find many different types of items that you would want to purchase, or maybe if it's something specific. Now let's say for this instance, if I wanted to buy an anti-social hoodie, now it would just show me all the posts that would be related to anti-social hoodies in the subreddit. Now as you can see, once I search up anti-social hoodie, it'll show me all the posts that have anti-social in the name. Now as you can see, this post shows me the anti-social hoodie. In this case, it is a QC check. Now theoretically, it should show the where to cop down here in the picture description, but if you don't find it, then it should be down here in the comment section somewhere. Now a really bad person who posts on the subreddit wouldn't post the where to cops after posting the QC picture of the item, but generally in this subreddit they do post the where to cops, or at least where they got it from, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Now let's say for instance, if I did want to proceed on to buying this shirt from this post, I would just copy the where to cop link down here and post it on the search bar of my browser. Now as you can see, the link takes you to a Taobao store, which then has a variety of different types of anti-social shirts. Now unfortunately, you are unable to buy it from the Taobao store directly, and this is where an agent comes in. Now let's say you're in the store and you actually do want to buy something from the list of items in here. All you got to do is copy the link at the top, and then you would want to go to your agent homepage and paste it up here at the search bar. Now, before I click the search bar, I just wanted to let you guys know that although there are many different types of agents, they all generally have this same layout. So they all should have a search bar at the top of the home page and your account and a shopping cart. But if not, of course, you can try to find different videos for that specific type of agent that you're using. So once you paste the link in the search bar, then you want to click this little search icon on the right. Now, after you click the search button, this window would pop up with all the different items and sizes that was in that Taobao store. Let's say, for example, if I would want to buy this shirt right here, I would of course click on it and then choose my size that's up here. And then after you have clicked both of those, all you want to do is click add to shopping cart. And that would automatically add it to your shopping cart right here that's in the agent. Now, to check your shopping cart, all you want to do is go up here and click on shopping cart on the top part of the tab. And as you can see, it shows you everything that you have put into the shopping cart. Now, once you found your item in a Weidian store, it's pretty much a similar process like Taobao. The first thing you want to do is highlight the link at the top, right click, click copy, go back to your agent and paste a link in the search bar. Now, as you can see, some of the letters are in Chinese. Right click the page and click translate to English. Now, as you can see right here, it has one color and 3 sizes available for now. You just want to click whatever color you want and then click the size that you would like. And then once you have your size and your color, all you want to do now is click add to shopping cart. Alright guys, now for the last type of store that I'm going to be showing you guys where to buy from is Yupoo. Now this process is a little bit more different, but it's still pretty straightforward. Now the first thing you want to do once you have your Yupoo item opened is to go on the link and highlight it and then copy it. Then you would want to go to your agent homepage and paste the link in the search bar. Now once you click the search button, there will be a different type of window that pops up. But essentially what you're doing is almost the same thing as if it was a Weidian or a Taobao link. Now of course up here you would want to put the product link. That would be the link of the actual website that you're buying it from. Now for the next thing is the product title. You want to go back to the Yupoo page and copy and paste this whole thing. Now for specification attributes, this is where you want to put the size, the color, or any different types of options that the item has. Now for this instance, it is a shoe, so the only type of specification that you would put is the shoe size. In this case, I would want to put a US size 10. I would just copy it, the US size 10, then go back to my agent, and over here where it says specification attributes, I would just want to press paste. Now if it doesn't have a item description like this, which most of them do have, just put in your size or whatever color that you would want from the Yupoo page. Now the commodity price is the actual price of the product on the Yupoo page. Normally it would be on the title up here, but sometimes it isn't there. So you kind of just have to do a little bit of digging around, or unless you find it on a Reddit post, then you could just probably look in the comments or in the description to see how much it actually costs. Now in this instance, it is 250 yuan. So all I want to do is copy this price, go back here in commodity price and paste it. And now for the domestic freight, this would be pretty much the shipping from the seller to the warehouse. You just want to go back to the Yupoo page and check if they have anything like this mentioned in the title or in the description. Now sometimes if the freight is not stated on the page, you could just put 0. But if you want to be on the safe side, normally it would be anywhere from 8 to 12 yuan. So if you want to be safe, I would just suggest putting 10. But if you know that it doesn't have a domestic freight, then you could just put 0. Or if you feel ballsy, you could also put 0. But in this case, I'm just going to put 10. Now over here where it says store name, you just want to go back to the Yupoo page. Then on the top, it says right here the store name that you're actually buying this product from. You just want to copy the whole thing and then paste it under here under store name. Now of course right here, this would just be the quantity of items that you would want. For now, I only do want one, but of course you can put any that is available or that shows stock on the actual page. Now in remarks, you could put any extra notes that you might want the agent to buy from the Yupoo seller. Maybe if you want a specific size that it doesn't show, or maybe if you want a specific direction, depending on what you're gonna buy. But this is where you would put any type of remarks or a description or notes to the agent. Now once you have everything filled out, this picture will stay the same unless you want to change it. Then you click the picture right here, you click sure, and then it will choose a image from your computer. If you want to keep things simple, you could download this image and then upload it just so you can keep track onto what you're buying and what this specific item in the shopping cart is. But once you're done with everything and you feel pretty comfortable, then you want to click determine. Now upon looking at other items, I was very interested in this cause keychain, so I'm going to do the same process that I did before, which is pretty much just to copy the link at the top, go back to my Sugar Goo homepage and paste it on the top search bar. And now once I'm here, I'm just pretty much going to choose what color of keychain I want. I think I might just go with this standard gray one. So once I choose what color, I go down here and click add to shopping cart. Now once I added it to my shopping cart, I can just pretty much click up here and it would take me to my shopping cart. And at this stage, guys, this is pretty much everything that you have put in your shopping cart so far. Of course, you can put more items if you would like, but for the sake of this video, I'm only going to be purchasing one of these items just so I can go through the full process from purchasing, getting to see what the QC is like. So let's say if you have a couple different items and you want to delete it from your shopping cart, all you would have to do is check these boxes on the left side. So in this case, since I only do want the keychain, I'm going to uncheck this box. Since all the rest of the boxes are checked, I'm just going to click delete and then click OK on top of here. And that pretty much deletes all the items that you wouldn't want to purchase. So now after you have all your items highlighted and all the items that you do want to purchase from your shopping cart, you're just going to want to go ahead and click the submit button down here and then click sure. Now this other window will pop up, which pretty much prompts you about QC pictures and any other types of settings before you actually buy these items. Priority purchase pretty much means that as soon as the agent sees this order coming in, is going to have a higher priority of purchasing it, so you can have your item a little bit more sooner than later. As you can see, it's only 5 yuan, so it's not that expensive compared to USD. So I'm just going to go ahead and click it just so I can have it sooner, but you don't have to, of course. Original packaging inspection pretty much means that the agent will check and QC the item in the original packaging that it came from. In this case, I'm not going to click it because I really don't care what type of packaging the seller shipped it to the warehouse to. So I'm going to just leave it unchecked for now, but you could check it if you want. Authorization to deduct money due to price increase. This pretty much gives the agent, such as Sugar Goo, the right to deduct money from your payment method that you use to pay these items with. This is in case if the shipping was higher than you thought it would be. Like for example, if you put 10 yuan shipping when it was actually 15 yuan shipping for a Yupoo item that the price isn't exactly listed, or if the item somehow increased value by the time that the order was put in and the seller was trying to ship it out to the agent. I recommend not to put this, and if there is a change, they will just message you within the website and then you can make the payment as you go. But for me personally, and what I recommend to you guys, is just don't click this, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Now of course, the photo pretty much means that the agent Sugar Goo will pretty much send QC pictures of the item once it arrives to the warehouse, just to confirm if you would actually like the item or if you want to return it and get a full refund to the seller. Now, of course, there is a disclaimer up here for the photo. If you do check the photo service, that they will only send up to 5 photos provided free of charge. But if you would want more photos, you could request more photos, but they're probably going to charge you a little bit more. Like in case if you want a photo of a specific tag or something specific about that product, then they're probably going to charge you more if they didn't take that picture in the first free 5 pictures that they took for you. So once you're pretty much done with this page, then the next thing you want to do is press confirm submission. Now once you click confirm submission, it will take you to the payment window. As you can see, there are many different types of payment methods that you can use, such as PayPal, Alipay, the balance of your account, and WeChat. Now up here, since I am from the US, it will show you how much it would cost you in US dollars. I'm pretty sure depending on what country you are from is going to show you what exactly is going to be deducted from your account depending on what currency and which country exactly you reside in. But what I would highly recommend to people is just to pay with PayPal. I haven't personally tried Alipay or WeChat. But for this instance, I'm only gonna pay with balance payment because I do have some balance in my SugarGoo account. The way that you can get balance onto your SugarGoo account is if you requested a refund and they requested the money from the item back to the SugarGoo account. They do not do refunds directly to your PayPal or other different methods. But in fact, they just refund it back to your SugarGoo account, and there you have a balance of whatever you have returned from SugarGoo. Or another way that you can get balance in your SugarGoo account is if you actually transfer money from another payment method into your SugarGoo account. This is the most convenient as it just takes the money away and doesn't have to process anything later on. But if it's your first time using this, or if you just want something more quick without thinking, I highly recommend PayPal. I've used PayPal for a long time for a lot of my hauls, so you can just go ahead and use PayPal if you feel comfortable. I really recommend it. But like I said, for this case, since I do have a couple yawn left, I'm just going to use this balance from my account just so it can be a little bit more quick. Now once you select your payment method, just go down right here and click confirm payment. Now once you have successfully purchased all your items from the payment method window, it will just take you back to your home page of your account, and it will pretty much just show you all the orders that you have purchased in history with SugarGoo. Now the most recent orders will be at the top, like as you can see here, my keychain that I just bought. Now over here on this right side where it says paid, this is pretty much where the status would be. Right now the status for this item, which is the keychain, is just paid, which means that I have given the money to SugarGoo for them to purchase it directly from the seller, and then from the seller they're gonna have to ship it to the SugarGoo warehouse, and then from SugarGoo they will take the pictures. I will confirm the pictures to see if they're good or not, and then from there I can ship it either to my address or I can tell them that I would want a refund. But we'll get there when we get there, and I'll pretty much just skip over to when I receive this item. I'm just gonna have to wait a couple days, but that's pretty much it for now. I'll cut the video when the keychain arrives and the QC pick, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, it's been about a couple weeks and the item has arrived at my warehouse. Before you ship anything to your home address, you want to make sure that the correct shipping information is on your account. And to do that, all you want to do is scroll down to this left tab here, and you want to search for international address. Now once clicking it, you're prompted here, which then you can add an address by clicking this button on the right side. And of course you just put in your info. So yeah, once you have your shipping info filled out, you just want to click back to my order. Now of course this is the item right here that arrived in my warehouse. As you can see, there's a new photos button that I can check out. This photos button is going to be your QC pictures. Now of course they're only going to send 5 QC pics unless you ask for more. Now of course right now I'm just going to click on the photos just to see how the keychain looks like. Now of course once you click it, it's just going to open another tab with all the photos of your product. You can click each individual photo so you can get a better view of how they look like. Now of course if we want to see the picture in more detail, you can right click the picture and click open image in a new tab, and this will open the image in a new tab and you can zoom in. Of course the quality is not going to be that good, but at least you have a more bigger picture. But yeah, that's pretty much it when checking the QC pictures. I'm not really going to go into full detail with this because I'm not going to be really too picky about this keychain. Again, I bought this as more of an example on how to purchase items and ship them to your home. Now I'm back here on my SugarGoo account page, and as you can see, the only item that I have bought is this cause keychain. So now that I have checked the photos and I actually do want to purchase this item, the next step is just to highlight the item that I want to ship to my home address. Now once all the items that you want is selected, the next thing you want to do is click submit parcel, and then click OK. Now, submitting a parcel is pretty much you shipping out the items to your home. Of course, right here, it gives you a little prompt of all the items that you would buy. As you can see, I'm only buying one item, but if it was multiple, it would give you all the info, the price, quantity, and the weight. All you want to do now is scroll down. As you can see, this is your address right here. If you scroll more down, this is all the different types of shipping methods that you can ship it to your home. Now, keep this in mind, the amount of options are sometimes going to be limited depending on how big your parcel is. Now, for example, if the box was larger and it weighed more kilos, then my options would be a little bit more limited. Now, of course, the top shipping carriers that show up, no matter how big or small the package is, will be EMS, Sol, China Post, or maybe even FedEx and UPS. But I don't really see like US tax-free, TUB. Now, of course, this window and the amount that you can actually use will vary. So what you see here will not be the same as if you were to ship your own package that is probably bigger and larger than mine, because keep in mind I am only sending a small little keychain, but you are not going to know unless you actually click the submit parcel button. Now, of course, in this aisle it will show you how much it will cost per gram to ship with that carrier. For example, if you want to ship with SF Bram, it's around 20 yuan for 100 grams, and EMS would be 140 per 100 grams. But what I've noticed is that if you try to use the cheapest one you can find, it will probably more likely take around a month, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Now, I've seen a couple times that people have been waiting for months on end, even damn near a year, just because they use the cheapest shipping method. Now, of course, if you're not in a hurry to get these items, I would probably recommend using the more cheaper method, but that's really all up to you. Of course, the less you pay, it's going to be a little bit less reliable, but it's not like if you're gonna pay less, then automatically you're not gonna get your items. It's just kind of a hope and a waiting game at this point, but that pretty much sums it up. Now, once you click the actual shipping method, it does give you a little bit more information around what's acceptable and what's not. Now, of course, once you click on the shipping method, it will show you what is or isn't acceptable with them, and it also tells you a estimated time. Now, most of these are around 7 to 25 days, but of course, what you will see is that the more expensive ones tend to take less time than the cheaper ones. Now, for this instance, I'm just going to use EMS to ship this little keychain out to me. Most of the times I do use EMS. There's been a couple times where I've used Sal and China Post, and of course it took damn near 2 months for it to arrive to my front door. But yeah, once you figured out which one you want to use, all you want to do is just click it. For this instance, I'm just going to use EMS. Now, if you scroll down right here, it says custom declare. Custom declare pretty much means how much you declare the value of your package will be. This is more for the carrier's part and the people who are shipping it. That's more for them than for you. I'm not really sure what it's for, but I know if you declare it at a certain amount, then it will be less of a red flag for shipping carriers or some shit like that. I'm not really too sure, but what they say is around $12 per kilo or $11 per kilo or something like that. That's what I've heard around the subreddit and just around the community. Now, for example, if your package was like 3 kilos, you would put like $36 as declared amount. Now, for this purchase, I'm not really gonna put a custom declare because it weighs less than 50 grams, so I don't think they're gonna care how much it costs or not. But what I recommend you to do is, if it's more heavier, I recommend you to do the calculation more correct. Like I said, either $11 or $12 per kilo, and just put it there just in case. Yet again, I'm not really too sure on why they do this, but I know there's probably a good explanation out there or a YouTube video to explain it more in depth on why you should or shouldn't do this. Now, if you go all the way down, it would show you the total price of how much it would cost to ship it out to your front door. Now, of course, if I want to switch it to another currency, all I would have to do is scroll all the way up where it says currency management, click it, and then click your preferred. Now, right here it says almost $30 just for a little keychain You have to keep in mind that I'm using EMS and they count per 100 or per 500 grams. So whether you have 1 or 499 grams, they still count around the same until you go over that 500 gram limit. Then they add another $30 or $25 or however much their rate is. Now right here is just a bunch of services that they provide. Of course they cost more money, but I highly recommend it if you are going to ship out really large orders and really large hauls. And the main reason is the more packaging, reinforcements, wraps, waterproof stuff, and vacuuming stuff that you have on the parcel and the haul itself, then the less likely it is that you are going to get seized. Now, I'm not sure if this is 100% true or not, but it makes sense to me, so that's the reason why I follow that rule. Of course, parcel photo is free. This pretty much just sends you a picture of your package once they package it up and the weight of it. I'm just gonna click it just because it's free, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So yeah, that's pretty much the main gist. But the bigger your haul is, I recommend you to damn near put the whole thing in, because it will just reinforce the package more better. So yeah, now once you have chosen everything, like your address, the shipping method, and all these little services, and you put in your custom declare amount, you just want to click submit parcel, so then you can go on to the payment method. Now, of course, right here is all the different types of payment methods. Like before, when buying it from the seller to the agent, just choose whichever one you would prefer, but I recommend either PayPal or balance payment if you already had some money on your account. But for this instance, I'm going to just use PayPal. Now, once you pay it on the PayPal window, all you want to do is go back to your tab and click complete. Now, once you click the confirm button, it will just pretty much take you to all the parcels that you have ordered. This is just like as if you ordered the items. The most recent one will be at the top. As you can see, this is the 29 grams of the keychain that I just ordered. As you can see, this is the status tab. I have just paid it. Once they actually ship it out, it will change. Now, once they shipped and updated the item with the information, they will post the tracking number right here on this little empty room. Yeah guys, that pretty much sums up how to purchase items from a seller using an agent such as Sugar Goo. If you have any more questions on this process, make sure to just comment down below or join the Discord for more information. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. The Discord for my link is down in the description. Make sure to join it. That's pretty much it, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.